What is up, everybody? Dr. GTA coming to you with a custom car build today. Basically, we're going to be using this Banshee and Bravado Banshee, and we're going to be converting it to basically the real life counterpart, the 1996 Dodge Viper RT10 that everybody has always loved. It was actually featured in a film called National Lampoon's Vegas Vacation. It was my all-time favorite childhood vehicle, and I've always wanted to get one. And in fact, I am about to purchase one in real life, and it's actually in a car showroom in St. Louis for about $35,000. But anyway, let's go ahead and get into this today, and we're going to show you what you need to do. You can actually search this online, and there's actually two versions of this car. Today I'm going to be doing the hardtop convertible version, just because I really like this one, and I think it looks better with the design of the Banshee, because we all know the Banshee is not the same as this car, but we're going to try to conform it to what basically is that counterpart. And basically we're going to start with the rims. We're going to go to wheel type, and we're going to go to tuner, and we've noticed that the rims and the tires are a little old school, and it's a 90s model, so obviously they are going to be a little different. And I've come between these two, the Sasuka and the Chicane, for the version. Even though these have 6 stars instead of 5 stars as the real life counterpart do, they still match up to it, and they also have a thicker tire that looks better. So whichever is your favorite, I recommend the Chicane because they have a lip just like the real one. And then we're going to go over and obviously add some bulletproof tires. We're not going to add any custom tire wall features because that's a little fake and it doesn't look that realistic. And then we're going to head over to the either the bright orange, or you can go with the typical yellow. I recommend doing either or. I'm going to go with a little less brighter orange on it just because, I don't know, I don't want to be too flaunty with it, but you can always go with the yellow, like race yellow or this one. So I think I'm just going to stay with yellow because it's a little better too. And that's it for the tires and wheels. Now we're going to go turbo it. Obviously it's a turbo. And we're going to head over to transmission and put the highest transmission, because obviously that's not going to show anything on the physique of the car. And we're all about physique over function at this point, even if that means disregarding the competition suspension and putting the stock suspension. The stock suspension is higher, and obviously if you can tell in the picture, it is a little higher. So we're going to stay with stock just for this build. Like I said, this build isn't about supercars and crazy mods. This is about realistic to real life counterparts, and that's pretty much what we're going to do for that part of the car. And now we're going to go over to spoilers, and as you can tell, this car does have a spoiler on it, but it's a very slight small spoiler, and it's very undetectable, and you can see on the back it doesn't have one. It already kind of has one on the Banshee. So we're going to leave this stock for this part, and we're going to go to the paint job. The paint job is the main detail here, and today we're going to be going with a, I guess you could say a pearlescent metallic. This one's an old school model, so it's going to be a little simpler today, but we're going to go, it looks like it is going to be kind of like either a formula red or a red. I'm recommending a red, and the pearl scent is going to be a red as well. Or you can go with the silver to give it a little bit more gloss if you kind of like the glossiness of it. Or you can go with a black to give it that different feel, but they're still pretty much the same. Secondary color is going to be metallic, obviously, and we are going to go with metallic because it's based on the same paint, and we're going to go over to red as well. So now you've got your red in state. Also, your colors might look a little off if your TV settings are different, so you might as well set those up and make sure they're correct. Now we're going to go to the plate. We already have custom tracker and insurance on it. I'm going to go with a typical San Andreas feng shui plate with my Dr. GTA emblem, and it's going to have that cursive on it to give it that little style of like California. The lights, I'm going to keep mine stock because they're, let's face it, the old school ones had yellow lights, they didn't have blue. So we're going to keep it all stock. On the hood, obviously the stock hood's not going to do it this time because the stock hood has these 2 little vents, and that's not what's on the 90s model. The 90s model actually has no carbon. It actually has just flat like this. And this is pretty much the closest we can get to it. So we're going to have to just go with that vented hood. And then I think that's pretty much it for that. Now on the exhaust. You can go with whichever exhaust you want because technically the other model doesn't have exhaust on it. But I prefer to either keep it simple with the very first one you can see, or go with, I would still go with 1 exhaust because 2 is just too much and it shows off too much of it. and one kind of hides it. So I'm going to keep it stock on the exhaust just to kind of hide the exhaust, because the exhaust isn't part of it. Now the engine is level 4 and the bumpers obviously are going to be stock. The brakes fully upgraded, obviously. The armor, I'm not putting armor because actually I've shown and I've proven this to be effective. The armor slows down the vehicle, and it does because we've noticed this on bikes. And me and my friend were noticing it on bikes when we race. So we're going to keep the armor off. I don't think I'm going to run into anybody. And that's pretty much it for today's build. If you have any comments, let me know what you think. If you have any car requests, I'm taking those. I might answer one or do one for you. If any car design requests, I can go ahead and make a video for you if you want me to design it to my custom liking. And this is pretty much all I have to show you today of this car. Yeah, so thanks for watching this video. Like I said, if you have any questions or anything, just let me know. I will be doing more builds of different cars, and I have about 5 builds I'll be posting this week. I'm not sure when, but I'm going to try to get around to getting it posted very soon. Thanks for watching, guys. See you later.